Welcome to the Usivity Demo. Today I'm going to show you how your customers and your employees can use Usivity to personalize their experience with your software. To start off, we have a mocked up application called Salesflow AI. In this case, it would be your software, but I'll show you how Usivity works with all of the different elements throughout this page. In the bottom right hand corner, we've added the Usivity SDK to this application. And this is what your users would see. Just a small button here. You can customize the colors to match your brand. When you click it, the Usivity panel will slide out. And the first thing they'll see is all of the customizations that they have applied. You can see each of the individual customizations. You can toggle them on, toggle them off, delete, edit, so on and so forth. When they're first getting started, the way that this would work is they would click the plus sign up here to create a new customization. At that point, they can select a target zone. So let's say they selected page header. It will show that zone. These are pre-approved zones that you get to organize and control. So users can only ever edit and customize the approved zones. But once we select a zone, let's call it global navigation. We'll select the global navigation up here. You simply get to write in plain English what you want. So in this case, we'll say change the logo from Salesflow AI to my software. We'll create the customization. This is where it's sending the request off to the LLM. It comes back and has changed the logo. Let's move on. We'll just pop out here so we can show you a couple more requests. Again, this is a completely mocked up piece of software. And when I saw the deal pipeline down here, my first thought was, I would like to know what the total is in each of these stages. So this is showing deal stages. So I went into the pipeline board, and I'll show you what I added here. I added a customization that said, next to each title header, prospect qualified proposal, put the total dollar amount of the deals in the stage. For example, for qualified, there are two deals, 48 and 31. So you'd show 79,000 in the font next to the title qualified. So I'll turn this one on. And, I turned it off. And what you'll see is, it is just simply put a label next to each of the headers across the board. And this is completely dynamic now. And so as your user comes back, refreshes the interface, it's going to show the updated labels. As the data changes, the labels will change. This is a modification, really small, but might be meaningful for one of your customers to get more information out of your application. So I'll keep on showing you a selection of customizations here. For the revenue chart, it scrolls down. You'll notice that the system automatically scrolls down when they click one of their customizations. We put a customization in here. The bar colors in the chart are not colorblind friendly. Can you adjust the bar chart colors to be colorblind friendly? Turn that one on. It has come back. Again, you can see that this is a small modification that's going to make accessibility much nicer for one of your users. And this was simply just a small request. Again, once they refresh or they come back to this page or they come back to this chart, it will automatically load with their customization in place. So let's go up to the deals table here. The deals table, we've got some basic information that's showing about deals throughout our application. And I would like to, I'll show you this one. We'll turn on make the deals table sortable. So small customization here, but if I want to start organizing data within this table, maybe it wasn't an advanced view, I can start getting into some smarter information here. The next customization, I'll create one, and this one's a little bit more advanced. What I'll do is select the deals table, and I'll put in here, add a column that shows the products for each deal. So in this case, I know the deal name, I know the value, I know who the owner is, but I don't know what they're actually selling. And I do know that in the API, and I'll show you that shortly, in the API, there's product data. And so I'll create this customization. It's going to go off. It's going to understand that there are products that are available within the APIs, and it's going to map those and pull it back. And you can see here, this list on the right-hand side is now, this is dynamic data that has been pulled from the API that did not exist in the UI, and it's added it naturally to this experience. Let's do one more of those. We'll create a new one. We'll also add it to the deals table. And we'll put in add a column to display the probability for each deal. So it'll go off. Again, recognize that the probability is stored in the deals API, and pull that probability and embed it into the UI. So we've enhanced this very basic report has been enhanced with the products and also the probability. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add one more customization to the deals table, because ultimately I want to get at some new data. I know I've got the value here, this one, 210,000. I've got the probability. I'd really like to understand what the weighted amount is. So I'll add a new customization called add a column called weighted amount, that is the sum of value times probability. So again, this is completely natural language. You don't need to code or do anything, right? And what I'm requesting is it's just going to take the sum of the value, multiply it by the sum of the probability, even though probability is a new customization that we added, and add another column with the weighted amount. And you'll see we've got, the products, the probability, and the weighted amount. I can do other things. I can move these columns around if I want to make more sense. As we scroll down here, I'll look at some others. I've added a customization here. Highlight any rows where the deal value is over 70K. So that'll come through. Just highlight those. I've also, what I can do is I'll add a search. This one, simply add a filter to the deals table so I can search the rows. Again, every single thing here is simply natural language. You'll see that I'll just close this out and show you the demo. I can filter all of that new data. So if I type in 70, it's going to be filtering the probability for me that we just added. If I type in 147, again, it's filtering the probability, the weighted amount. So this has just made it a nice little search module. I'll add a couple more just to show you a few examples. We can group deals by date. We can group data on the table. So in this case, I've grouped it by owner. So it's smart enough to understand that there's a column called owner, and go and group the data in this table by each of the owners. And then when I sort and filter, it's going to just sort and filter within those groups. It's not reorganizing the entire data. So you can see here in the examples that I'm showing just how powerful Usivity is to enrich a user experience. The one last thing I want to show you is, for reference, we have help documentation. You can go into the help documentation, basic getting started. We've also got a plethora of examples, but most importantly here, it's going to show you dynamically the APIs that have been added to the system. These are approved API endpoints that you as a Usivity customer have added to your system. And you can see, for instance, get sales deals is an API. You can see where the API is, and you can see the fields. This is precisely what Usivity is working from when it knows when it's going to pull more data. It knows which fields of data are available in each of these APIs, and that's what ultimately allows your users to really enrich that user interface. So that's the Usivity demo. And if you have any questions, please reach out to us. We're happy to show you more, and we're really proud of what we built. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.